Hey guys, Doug the Michigan Piper coming to you from the Pipe Fest today. And I am smoking my Medico bent and cool little pipe, a lot like my Greybo Savoy. And in it, I'm smoking some Sutlift buttered rum that I got from John over at Average John. I'm still going through that whole box. Uh, Pretty good stuff. It's It doesn't really knock my socks off. My distinguished gentleman cup with my what's in there, medley tea. Kind of sound like a NASCAR driver. All this brand of this and that brand of that. But yeah. Anyway, sorry, John. It doesn't knock my socks off, but it is good. I will say that. Um, just seems to be a mild but smooth blend. Nothing I dislike by any means. It is a nice blend. Uh, but it kind of leads me into what I was going to talk about today, which is what kind of smoker I am, and how my journey is leading me to figure this out. And I've been thinking a lot lately about what kind of smoker do I want to be? What kind of smoker am I? And I guess I could say I've thought less about what I want to be versus what I actually am. And I think that's, I've always kind of struggled with that a little bit. The impression that you give people versus what you really are. Not necessarily that it's always been two different things, but the fact that sometimes I put the concern more on what people think or what people view than I would on what I actually am, whether I was pipe smoking or what. So thank God I've learned over the years, with the help of my wife and my faith and whatnot, to be, I don't struggle with it as much as I used to. Let me say that. However, when I entered into the pipe world, it was like, my goal was, you guys heard me talk before, my goal is to get to the point where I could smoke Englishes and like it. Because to be a true pipe smoker, you have to be an English smoker that occasionally has an aromatic, maybe, right? Yeah. So that kind of tripped me up at first. I was trying to barrel through a lot of stuff, and then along came the Paladin Piper Challenge, which helped me get a little bit more in depth in what I'm getting out of the flavors. Yeah, it started about then. I thought to myself, I like looking into the flavors. I like trying to figure out what's in the blend. But I think for me, the longer I go about it, the less I like doing that. And what I mean by that is, I think I'm a different kind of smoker than the majority of the smokers. I know that Mutton Chop Piper, he done a fairly well put together video about what kind of smoker are you. I think it was utility smoker. That's the one I remember, is utility smoker and something else. I remember that, like, the utility smoker was the guy that had the, uh, drugstore pipe and drugstore pipe tobacco and just kept shoving it in all day. Didn't really jump around or whatever. But I think that for me, I don't really. I see where Mutton Chop was going with that, and I want to say that for me, I think I've gotten to the point now where it's like I want a pipe tobacco that I can shove in my pipe. It's smooth, it's rich, and I don't have to think about it. Now I know there's guys out there that are like, well, that's all, that's what I do. That's, you put it, you smoke your pipe and you think about the flavors you're pulling out of it, and there are, I would say, a lot of smokers, or most smokers maybe even, are like that. which is why it was hard for me. Not hard, but why I worked at it at first, trying to figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. I can tell you that, I thought it was a good idea to get a bigger pipe, and I had a couple larger pipes, and it's like, so I can smoke for an hour, and I'm finding out that, what, after about 30 minutes, I'm satisfied. I don't need to smoke an hour or better with my pipes. So that's why I think, I really like this Medico bent and my Savoy, Dr. Grabo Savoy, not because they're drugstore pipes, but because they suit my need. They're a bent pipe. They're a traditional briar pipe. There's nothing gets much more traditional than that, right? Bent brandy, and I think that I've gotten to the point now where it's like I just want to come down and relax, shove a pipe in my mouth, have a good flavor. I don't want to have to, think about what flavors I could dig out of there. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think, I'm kind of babbling a little bit. I get that, but I'm still working my way through this too. This is all part of the journey. So I think it was Ethan from Parsimonious Piper that said, he's having fun watching my journey, and that's kind of what my channel started off anyway. Was what's my journey? Let's go on this together because I have no idea and it's going to be fun. So I can say in my journey, that's what I'm seeing now. And what really helped, believe it or not, was that Smoker's Pride tobacco I had the other day, the Vanilla Cavendish. That came across like a cold blood red moon to me, which was, man, you don't have to dig into it to find your flavors. You don't have to concentrate, and pull each individual one out. They were just blends that you shove that pipe in your mouth and in your teeth, and you go do what you're going to do. And I think, to me, that's the kind of pipe smoker that I want to be, at least right now. And tastes change too. I know I might be doing a video a year from now that totally is opposite of that. But I can tell you right now, that's my goal. I would like to smoke less, believe it or not, because I don't have enough time. I've got a fairly busy schedule, especially now we've got in this house. And I'm working on a bathroom. We're working on our dining room. I've got other stuff I'm gonna have to do on top of the medical examiner certification I was supposed to have gotten done already. So I got stuff to do, and when I started out, I was hoping I could smoke 2-3 times a week, but I was going to be that kind of smoker. But one, I've got a crap ton of tobaccos I'm trying to get through, but two, I actually enjoy smoking every day. It's just not, I don't have a whole lot of time for it. So I'm starting to get to the point where I feel a little guilty, coming home. And now, granted, I'm kind of the boss at work, so if I get some extra hours, then I can come home early and grab a pipe or whatever. But so I'm not taking time away from mama or whatever, but I am taking time away from the house. I got to get stuff done. So sorry, I know I babble a little bit, guys, but this has been, for me, has been a very interesting subject. I've been mulling over in my mind lately, and I think that's it. I think that it's, I'm not an English smoker. I can tell you that. I can touch on some of them, and get in there. I think Countryside, I think it's in English, from, is that Boswell's? No, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's Boswell's. Boswell's are Country Squire, but Countryside is a good one, and I think that's in English or close to in English. But I'm an aromatic smoker, Now the heavy aromatics I'm not as thrilled with. I've got a whole cabinet up there full of stuff, like Old Toby and Choctaw, stuff like that. I like them. However, I don't want them so goopy, that I don't know. There comes to me a point where the aromatics get too aromatic, which is why I think I prefer some of the Codger blends. But I can tell you that some of my favorites so far, I still am sticking with Lane RLP6. Actually, I should pull it out. Maybe I'll do that in one of my future videos. But Lane RLP6 is one that's in there. Chartwell from the Tinderbox. Boswell's Bear Blend. I do have Carter Hall, and the funny thing about Carter Hall is I like Carter Hall. I'm not over the moon with Carter Hall, but it's still part of my main rotation right now because I think it's a good tobacco for me to reset, if that makes sense. It's very one-dimensional, but it's good. The Cherokee, I think, was the other one from Country Squire. That one was really, really good. But I'm starting to narrow them down a little bit. And I'm hoping to, I think I got like 10 more blends of John Stash that I'm trying. And then once that's done, guys, I am really going to narrow some things down and start focusing. Oh, I can't believe I forgot Country Gentleman. That's one of my favorites too. I'm really going to start narrowing some stuff down because I would like to have it to where I had no more than 5 or 6 blends that I went to on a regular basis, and then I had a couple shoved to the side. Like I think Boswell's Christmas Cookie I have for just for Christmas time. It's really good and it's nice, a nice different something to smoke come Christmas time. So that's it, guys. It's just kind of an update on my journey, I guess, and how things are going with that. So guys, I hope you're all doing well. And until next time, you take care.